Welcome to another Homes on Homes podcast. This is absolutely incredible. I thought it just drove around and did measuring. Oh, no. It can do measuring, it can do depth, it can do floor leveling. It's a site printer, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to use chalk line. I draw circles. Like you showed me this in the warehouse and you printed my name like it was nothing. Round circles, doorways, and right away it started to click into my head. Holy cow. I don't have to get down. All I do is you got a remote control. You literally set in this place. You said you set up points.
Right, control points. Usually on a big job, it's the surveyor, but on smaller jobs, you could pick the corners of the building where batter boards intersect. So any reference points that are accurate, you can use to marry the CAD file with real life.
And it's just a starting point. From there, you have, as Andy said, it's just a reference point, 2 known points, and then from there, it knows where it is and it can orientate, and then it can print the rest of your blueprint on the ground, right from lines and dashes and text and just about anything you want to see.
So you'd need 4 points.
No, you only need 2. So from the 2, it's ideal if you have a third one, just for orientation to make sure you're not flipped 180 degrees, but you need a minimum of 2. And yeah, probably 3 is the best to start with. Just gets you a little bit tighter accuracies. And then from there, you can print your whole entire blueprint.
Okay, tell me about PCL, because when I saw this on your phone, I almost fell over.
So PCL used this over at the airport in Vancouver. They were redoing one of the duty-free shops. So they figured on traditional layout, they would have had 160 hours of layout time alone, amounting to about $13,000. They got into the site print, had the drawing, preloaded it in there. They went out, they did the entire layout printing in 4 hours. So they saved roughly about $10,000 just in layout costs on the job alone.
So not only did they save, the problem with human is human error. And we're talking like that was really unique design. That wasn't nothing square. Everything was round curves.
Yeah.
And for a machine to do that, it's exact. There's no human mistake.
100%. So yeah, everything's all coordinated. It's in the same spot. Another one too, where we're seeing, some issues with mistakes in Canada now is, everybody that's new to Canada, English isn't necessarily first language either. So now you can actually come through and print multiple languages. So there's better comprehension of what's actually being laid out as well. So, you can print the word door in 6 different languages if you want, and everybody on the job site can then 100% understand.
It's, to me, dummy proof.
I don't want to say
probably
anything
as close as you can get
It's
to.
the smartest thing that
Yeah.
it's dummy proof for all contractors. They can't screw up. And if they did screw up, then they shouldn't be in the business.
100%. And another one too. So like we did a project with Elliston out in Ottawa for a hospital, and it was prior to construction. They came out, we printed everything out for them. They were able to bring their stakeholder in and verify that's exactly what they wanted on the ground, and that's what they were going to have for the build. So most people, stakeholders, they can't visualize what something's going to look like from paper into real life. So we were able to go out there, print the whole hospital. They made 1 or 2 little tweaks on it, on where they wanted some things, and they got sign off right away on it because they were able to walk through the people and say, hey, is this exactly what you were envisioning?
This is
No, before the walls are up even.
before the walls are up.
We see that a lot. We have a few stakeholders out in the world that really care about that. Judges are big on that. They want to see how the courtroom's laid out in a new courthouse. Surgeons, school teachers is probably the biggest one. They want to see, usually when you build a new school, you have a teacher rep, that they have an administrator, a teacher, somebody from the school board or whatever. They want to see how their kindergarten class is going to look with the desks, with the play mats and all the things. So we've done quite a few of those too. Good. So it's just about visualizing what's it going to look like when it's done.
Churches are another big one too.
Yeah, that's another.
So churches, they're very particular on making sure all the plugs are at the same height. Make sure that the pews and the altars are in a right space. Some of them, you need minimum measurements or minimum distances on there. So everything's in there 100%.
Does this print on the wall also?
Not on the wall, on the floor only, but we also see people, bring it up. But like when they're we print down the framing, and you'll make a mark on the frame and it'll say, electrical plug 36 inches up or whatever it may be. And then you don't have to worry about the guy looking at the wrong plug and making the wrong measurement.
And the ceiling stuff, it's the same thing. So what a lot of take an electrical contractor on a big job, they'll swap the cartridge. It takes a couple minutes to do that. and they'll print the above stuff in a different color. Then they just go and drop a laser and it shoots it to the ceiling.
Any smart company is going to look at something as smart as this and say, this is going to help my business. And as long as, just like the nail gun, as long as that I can save money, make it exact, everything's on time, everything's marked, no one's going to screw up. How can you screw up? The electricians, everything's written on the floor. The plumbers, the conduits, everything's written on the floor. And all you need is a vertical laser to come up if you're going to be on the ceiling.
For sure. I mean, we have a single tray layout as a lot of what we do. We actually combine layout because of the way contracts are written. It's a hard thing to implement. So we'll go out and lay out a single trade, and there'll be electrical conduit point sitting outside of the wall that was manually placed there.
Again, I didn't really know about it till this morning. I looked into it, and the more that I saw what it was doing and then you answered my questions, I was like, click, this is brilliant.